So it looks like I've got another new hero. If you've listened to or watched a few of these thoughts over the years, you'll know that this isn't unusual or entirely unheard of. Over the last couple of years, I've regularly talked about those I admire and respect. On more than one occasion, I've mentioned people whose actions, words, and example have challenged and inspired me. Brave individuals who stand up for what they believe to be true and right. Individuals who often do so for the sake of others. Such people are rare, but vitally important and desperately needed. People like Alan Bates, who took on the post office. People like Benjamin Zephaniah, the trailblazing poet whose work tackled racism and social injustice. People like Jesus, who turned over tables metaphorically and literally when he encountered those with the wrong priorities, the wrong values. These rare but faithful few, be they prophets, poets or posties, courageously remind us of what and who matters and why. So you won't be surprised to hear that my latest hero is Marianne Edgar Budd, the Bishop of Washington, who made headlines last week after she used her sermon to call for compassion and understanding. Daring to speak up on behalf of the vulnerable and the marginalised, she implored President Trump to have mercy upon immigrants and those who are LGBTQ+. It's fair to say it wasn't well received. Such people are rarely popular with those they challenge, and yet they challenge anyway. In response, Donald Trump demanded an apology. The Republican Congressman Mike Collins suggested that the bishop should be deported, while others issued death threats. She would have been all too aware of the response her words were likely to prompt, and yet she chose to utter them anyway. She counted the cost and boldly, provocatively spoke truth to power anyway. She presumably felt the fear and did it anyway. In her own way, she felt compelled to remind us of what and who matters and why. In doing so, she echoes the prophet Micah, who said, "The Lord God has told us what is right and what he demands. See that justice is done. Let mercy be your first concern, and humbly obey your God." Mark Twain once said, "It's not the parts of the Bible that I can't understand that bother me. It's the parts that I do understand." Page after page, whether we like it or not, the Bible is pretty clear. Being merciful isn't, or shouldn't be, an optional extra.